Hi, everyone. This is Lucas, host of Late Nite Lounge. Just wanted to make a quick intro before this episode got started to give everyone a small introduction for those of you who may be finding this podcast. This podcast is just me and two of my friends, Tony and Matt, hosting a laid back night talk, talking about whatever comes to mind, talking gaming, pop culture, sports, kind of whatever comes to mind. This is a sort of episode 0 as a short introduction to who we are and some random ramblings to kind of give you an idea of the kind of thing we're going to be doing. This episode is kind of a test as well, though, so please bear with the new podcast jank. Anyways, enjoy, and don't forget to follow us if you guys enjoy. See ya. Yeah, but we can deal with all this later. So, boys, why are we here? Who are we? Why are we here?
Well, I think since you were the brains behind the whole dealio first, why don't you introduce yourself?
Very well. Okay. Hello, I am Lucas, your very unenthusiastic host. I am joined with my good friends Tony and Matt here, who are my accomplices to my madness. Say hi.
Hi, I'm Tony.
And I am Matt.
All right.
Say, Matt, where's your voice?
I was doing something.
Oh man, first episode, you're already distracted. You're killing me, man.
Dude, I'm multitasking. Get on my level.
Oh god, he's just built different. Anyways,
I know, what can I say?
All right, so boys, let's get down to business. What are we? What are our plans for said podcast? What are we doing here?
I'd like to go first with this because I have had many ideas dancing in my head, but I just kind of wanted to.
That's dangerous.
Oh, of course, you know how it goes. But I've had many ideas of just kind of talking to friends and recording it and see what happens when we post it somewhere, Like, see what happens when Mesh and our brains are online for once.
Yeah, so our main idea behind this whole spiel is that the three of us, as well as some other people that we might bring on call here, are... How do we say very nicely that we love to rant way too much?
We are very enthusiastic about a select few topics for each individual. So therefore, you get to hear it.
Otherwise, you know what? Fair enough. I'll say that's accurate.
Yo, that sounds like a straight Google interpretation right there. Like he just copy and pasted something off of Google and prayed.
Look. I'm not saying anything, but Zuckerbot, I'm trying to take it down.
Yo, is this scripted? Are you sure you're not reading off a script, Tony? Come on.
Tony's
come on. No, it's just pure brain power at this point. You know how it goes.
As you're laying in, pure brain power as you're laying in bed, right?
Actually, I'm currently doing a little prance around my room, good sir.
Oh, he stood up. This is real news, everybody.
This is great.
Yes, I am known to be the most slothful of my group, of course, the most easiest sin to commit.
Except somehow equally the most entertaining with random thoughts that come out of nowhere.
But going back to why we're doing like this podcast.
Oh yeah, actually being on topic, insane.
Yeah. Going back to one of the reasons why we're doing this podcast is because we thought about it. Like, we all have different stories, different skill sets, and different information that we can share. So we decided, what's the easiest way to start that? And we decided that a podcast is the easiest way to start out with something like that.
And of course, we chose a wide spectrum from a select few. And by wide spectrum, I mean we three decided that we'd do it, and it provides an actual interesting spectrum of calm to, oh boy, what are you doing, Tony?
We love to talk, so why not make everyone else listen to us as well?
Exactly.
So yeah, we are mainly going to try to focus around more variety content, kind of just talking to whatever the heck we feel like. We're talking, relevant subjects, games, movies, sports, pop culture stuff, whatever the heck we feel about, random thoughts that Tony comes up with, all that kind of fun stuff.
We can go on for hours for those.
Oh dude, I have so many stored.
We could have whole episodes on this.
Yeah.
Lug nuts. Anyways, back to you, Matt.
What do you want from me? What's up?
All right. Well, choose a topic. How about that? Give us a topic, and we'll start talking.
Choose a
'Cause, like,
topic.
yeah,
Ooh,
you got plenty.
putting them on the stage already. Come on.
I do, yeah, throwing me right in the middle of the Shark Tank right now.
Oh, of
But
course, I want to see you eating.
Well, actually, here, how about this? I'll give you a little bit of topic. Why don't we go around? It's like going around the classroom on the first day of school.
Oh God,
Let's
not
talk
again.
about the kind of stuff we're into. You know, what we kind of bring to the table as individuals, I guess.
as individuals, yes.
All right, who goes first?
I think I'll go first.
Go
Let's
for it,
All
Matt.
start this off a little
Believe in you.
Sports ball.
bit. Thanks. As we said, as Lucas said, we all have different interests and skills. The interests that I personally enjoy are a lot of IRL stuff, so like sports, weightlifting, then going into like the gaming side of the gaming realm. I'm big into Rocket League, Overwatch, assuming Overwatch doesn't die out when Overwatch 2 comes out, and 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 a lot of and some FIFA as well. So a lot of sports based games, but it's always fun to talk about.
This
Fair
dude
enough.
built like the Hulk if the Hulk was white and had very strawberry blonde hair.
Dude, okay, Bruce Banner's white. Don't at me.
Ayo, don't dox this man on the first episode. Now, come on.
This okay.
All right,
There's
you know
so
what?
many
Care about that.
white,
To-
blonde, muscular men.
All right, Tony, you seem eager to talk. You go ahead.
Whoa! What do you want to know?
What are your interests, Tony?
I'm a big Minecraft player, obviously. I just
Obviously.
love the squares. Don't like Rubik's cubes. They hurt my brain.
True. Actually true. Dude, side tangent, first tangent of the episode. Dude, why are Rubik's Cubes actually so difficult? Like, I tried to learn how to solve those things before. I think I'm actually just stupid. Like, for real.
I feel like the people who solve it underneath the 5 seconds, like on all those championships, are just secretly robots. There's like no way.
I know, right?
Like-
I know there's like a pattern to it, but it still boggles my mind. Like, the only way I can solve one of those is like by literally having a guide pulled up and going through it.
How to Rubik's Cube.
Yeah, literally Rubik's Cube for dummies.
You do it way easier than I do. I just take a hammer, put it back together.
Yeah,
True.
they're very satisfying to throw and smash.
Fair enough.
True. They made them frustrating enough to where it's okay to throw them as well. And
Yeah,
they're durable.
They're pretty cheap
Alright,
too,
boys,
so you can just buy a new one.
We did good. We had our first random tangent of.
I think we've
podcast.
had like 3 already.
Yeah, fair enough.
Anyways,
but that's
okay,
like
so
the-
Tony, a casual enjoyer of block game.
Yeah.
What else?
Mainly, I'm a big game person. I like RDR2. I'm getting into that recently. Minecraft's been the main one that stick with. I played Destiny 2, D2, D. I'm
God, actually 12.
if you can't tell, I'm probably
We-
more of the flamboyant personality in this group. And
Fair enough.
yeah, my IRL interest is I like to read. I do archery sometimes, or I did it like 2 years ago, and just never picked it up again because of school and stuff. You know how it goes.
Yep.
And I also I like hats. I have currently 12 hats. One,
As
two,
much
three,
as our
four, five,
friend.
6, 7, 8. 8 of them are wide brim fedoras. 3 of them are variations of a stovepipe hat, or short stovepipe, tall stovepipe, and then I have like a typical top hat, and then I got a cowboy hat.
All of that
like-
stuff goes entirely over my head.
Oh, no, of course, you gotta learn.
I hear has all I think about is fedoras.
God, Ben has literally scarred us. Just hats equal fedoras.
Oh wow, name drop.
Hey, listen, he'll
yeah.
probably be here sooner rather than later. You'll
That's
see him.
it's so
Fair,
true. So
kinda
true.
hard.
You'll see him soon.
It's the man when he has 23 fedoras stacked on his head.
Man, the myth, the legend.
Yep.
But yeah,
So,
that's
What about you, Lucas?
All right.
let's get to Lucas, yeah.
About myself, let's say I am your resident tech nerd. I'm into just all things geekery, gaming as well, a little bit more on the variety side. What I've been into recently is bashing
Variety.
my head against a wall with some of the FromSoft games, i.e., Demon Souls, Elden Ring, um, and a little bit of Final Fantasy 14. Other than
Of
that,
course.
I am into building computers a little bit, into some of the stuff Matt mentioned as well. Not as crazy swole as this man, but you know,
Pretty aight.
casual exercise enjoyer. Other than
He has
that,
good hair.
true.
Like,
Okay, I can talk about that, even though no one that will ever listen to this will see what it looks like. But uh,
Until we do face cam.
yeah,
oh,
maybe.
is that a promise?
Oh
That's a
yeah, sure.
possibility.
Ooh, okay.
We'll give it a
A little
Stay
little
possibility.
tuned.
sneak peek for later
Stay
on.
tuned.
So yeah,
Possible that'll
that
help us later.
I would say that's about it for me. So yeah. What anything else you guys thought of?
I've managed. Oh, never mind. I was about to say I managed to lose my phone in the process of us talking, but I found it again, so we're good.
Congrats. Well, that's good. That's preferable to not lose.
Yeah, I
gonna
did the
say,
same thing with my wallet earlier today. Quite a ride.
I was about to say, how do you lose your phone when you were just on it?
Hey, gotta understand.
This man like literally 5 minutes before recording was calling us on his phone, and it's already gone. Congratulations.
You don't mess up.
Honestly, quite impressive how quickly I can lose stuff. Yeah,
Hashtag Tony Logic.
bro, we got stories about that for days. You know that. God.
Oh,
But,
absolutely. I guess that's another thing we can bring up is for both me and Tony, we are the peak of nerdism with D&D and tabletop RPGs.
Matt, somewhat into it, but not as much. Obviously.
Yeah, not as much. But
I played one game, and it
Yeah.
got cut short because one of our friends moved away.
yeah, basically what I'm trying to get at is Matt actually touches grass and me and Tony don't. So
Which is why I'm a bit on the a bit of the weird leaning sign. If you catch our drifts, or if you don't want to catch my drift, you don't have to.
Come on, throwing this man under the bus. Literally, how long are we into recording? 13 minutes, and you're throwing this man under the bus.
Wait, what
I'm throwing myself underneath the bus. I don't know what you mean.
All right, fair enough.
If I want to go underneath that bus, by God.
If I want to go underneath that bus, I will go under without hesitation.
I will go under that bus, and you cannot stop me.
Exactly.
I saw a lint roller down there. I want it.
A what?
A lint roller? You know what those are? You kind of roll them up your jacket.
Yeah, no, I know what it is, but like, okay, I'm not even going to question it.
Why? I mean, it's a good question. Why specifically a lint roller?
Who knows? They look kind of like lollipops. Maybe they taste like one.
Wait, you mean are you talking like a lint roller that's got like a bunch of like dog hair and crap on it already? Like you've used it to clean shirts?
I'm assuming if it's underneath the bus, it's not going to be as clean as brand new one.
Asphalt lollipop, my favorite.
You know how it go.
I hate that sound.
Well, I have a little thing that we could talk about.
Go for it.
Since we did mention that we were all gamers, how about we give a little bit of yes. How about we give like a little history on how long we've been playing games, and what are like our major games have been?
I guess I can start with that since mine is fairly easy. I started off gaming back with the Wii generation. Yes, I know.
Yeah.
It is surprisingly not that long ago. I technically grew up with a PS2, but it was my dad's at the time because I was a kid. I grew up with the Wii as my first real console and branched off from there into Xbox thanks to one of my friends who introduced me to, God, if anyone gets this reference, it'll be a good time. A game called Frontlines Fuel of War back on Xbox 360. Random game. No one probably knows what it is, but it was kind of a banger. It was basically what Battlefield 2042 should have been, but like 10 years ago.
Okay,
Ooh,
you don't need to take that early of shots at companies. We don't need to be taken
Hey,
down.
listen, I will get taken if EA sues a 3-man podcast, that would be impressive.
on the first, not even like barely the first episode as well.
Literally
Drake's going out.
getting banned and a percent speed run right here. So
Yeah, let's go.
regardless, though,
Anyway.
Xbox was my main console of choice until I started delving into my love of tech a little bit more. Got into PC gaming because that's where it's at.
I've
and
managed to take
now-
my shirt halfway off in the time we've been talking.
What's that?
What?
My shirt's halfway off currently. That's all.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you for the random introduction to tell us that.
I mean, perfect for this kind of podcast because these random little quotes and random little
We literally
side things.
cannot let each other talk. It's just random interruptions. It's beautiful.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah,
it
no
worked
worries.
out well.
Hosted
So
players,
I
they
think
never see stuff like
that's basically it for me, though. For the most part, like the genres that I tend to favor towards is RPGs and I guess just RPGs because that window or that umbrella is pretty broad. I
How do you describe
am
a window as
not great
broad?
at competitive games. If you try to drag me into Valorant or CS:GO or to an extent even League or something like that, I will absolutely be throwing the entire time. So
Fair enough.
that's it for me. Off to you guys.
How about yeah? We'll kick Matt underneath that bus a little bit further. Go on, man.
Oh, you want me to go? All right, I will go.
So you do your balloon roller.
For me, it's a bit of more of a unique story because I wasn't really a gamer to like growing up. Like I would mainly, as Lucas said earlier, for all my gamers out there, I would go out and actually touch grass.
God,
I know.
How dare you.
I can't call myself a gamer. But I met one of our friends. He introduced me to Minecraft, Halo Reach, COD. Like he introduced me to those. He
Like
got
the
me
Fit.
hooked. Yeah, like got me hooked on those. I had a Wii growing up, Lucas, as well. So
good. Glad we all have that shared experience.
Yeah, that good old Wii
How many
Sports
laughs?
Resort and Wii
Hey,
Sports.
yo, okay. Did you ever beat Matt in the jousting game?
No.
And sort of, I don't think so.
God, Matt v. Matt, who won? Apparently the CPU.
The NPC, man, he's too strong.
He's too powerful.
He is. But yeah, so I started off on the Wii, then moved on to the Xbox, but it wasn't mine because it was my dad's. So I had to ask him every single time to play.
Nice, yeah.
Then I've just been playing on the Xbox for years. Then this past summer, actually, I got a PC, and I haven't gone back since.
Fair enough.
Yeah, and as I said before, like I tend to play a lot of sports simulations and FPSs. And in terms of competitive gaming, I am actually playing Rocket League competitively for my college. So
Nice. Cued in by the fitting profile picture.
of course,
You wanna dox yourself and say which college, my good sir?
I have no idea what college I'm going to.
I mean, it's literally in your profile picture. But hey, if this video is audio only, we're just going to be entirely pranking anybody who sees this because it's right there, but you can't see it. My bad. No doxing today.
Yeah.
Unfortunate news. Does that leave me for last? As
It
always?
does.
No, it's the shadow person in the corner's turn, Tony. Thank you.
Oh, Larry. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Insert 5 minutes of awkward silence.
All right. Cool.
Yes, riveting.
Yeah. But let's see. I My start to gaming was a little bit because when I lived with um when I lived in a different area, let's say that because I don't want to dox myself. Um, originally started out on a Super Nintendo
Oh,
Ooh,
as like an example,
classic.
a man of
and
culture,
then
I see.
yeah, I played all the games on, and then we got rid of that and we upgraded to I believe at the time was the GameCube because I played
Oh,
what was it, Windbreaker? I don't remember the name. It was something.
Wind Waker.
Yeah, Wind Waker. That was
Imagine
the
it.
first
Oh,
Zelda game I
yes,
played.
nice.
I never beat it because I always got frustrated. But you
fair
know,
enough.
and then I went to Nintendo 64. Lovely system. That was like the first system I played Donkey Kong. I'm pretty sure on, or maybe that
Okay.
was the game. I don't remember which one it
I know,
was.
right?
Then we went up to the original Xbox, not the Xbox 360, original Xbox, and we played a few games on that, etc. And the evolution just kind of went from there. Original Xbox to an Xbox 360 with the Kinect. Played some Wii bowling, or not Wii bowling, Xbox bowling. You know,
You
I
Xbox
kicked,
bowling.
Dude,
I
Wii
kicked
bowling.
everyone's butt. It was great.
100 pin bowling on Wii Sports, you can't top it.
Oh, false.
Do you know that they're releasing a new Wii Sports game?
Are they actually? That's
Oh,
amazing.
really?
Yes, there is Nintendo Switch Sports coming out in the spring, I think.
That's
Um,
What a
it's
shock.
got I think bowling, tennis, badminton, the
Badminton.
jousting slash fencing game that's in Resort,
yeah.
Mhm.
and I think that's it. There might be I think there's like soccer or something too. So Matt, get
Huh.
ready.
Ooh.
Oh,
Okay.
what you gonna? You kick the remote. That's how they track it.
No, actually, you're not far off. You can get a strap for like Ring Fit and put it on your
Are you?
leg, like on your thigh, and actually use your leg to kick the ball.
So either Wii Fit's trying to get kinky with a thigh gartner, or they're trying to give you an ankle monitor. So I don't see a good improvement there, my
Probably
good sir.
both. I don't know, man.
Do you really want to be Nintendo's prisoner, bro? You're kind of like getting cat mated.
I mean, Nintendo does have a vice grip on a lot of the stuff it controls, so I'm not surprised.
Like Yoki Shitsu with the tongue.
I guess, yeah. It's not much of a hot take to say, ooh, Nintendo kind of bad sometimes.
Oh yeah, they're nah. Of course, they're at least
As I
better
look
than
at my
EA.
Switch on the other side of my table, like, yeah, I'm not biased.
Completely
Not
not
like
biased.
at all.
I swear.
Not in the slightest. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all of our histories with gaming.
All right, cool. I mean, that kind of gives a base understanding to who we all are, at least.
Yeah.
Again, we'll kind of be covering variety topics, whatever we feel like, in most of the episodes that we run. Not
With
quite
random
nailed
side
down
tangents.
timing yet. We'll shoot for something pretty often if we can, but it does come
Yeah.
down to a little bit of timing on our part as well. So,
Mhm.
is there
I
anything else
well,
you boys want to talk about?
mean, I have a rant built in my head right now about the
Shh.
back rooms because I'm looking at that stuff.
Backroom. Okay,
But
yeah, that's been a pretty relevant topic recently. All the new videos online that have come out.
yeah, I haven't been able to watch any of the videos, but it's like I watched the map pack and just it captured my brain and shook it, you know? And I was like,
Okay,
let me no clip out of the world into non-reality.
what are you guys' thoughts on that whole thing? Matt, do you know what we're talking about when we mention this?
No, I don't.
Ooh,
Oh,
okay.
really? Oh,
Tony, do you want to explain then for those who are uninformed?
um,
Uncultured.
Yeah, got
for
him.
those who are cultured like me, the spiral from TMA is a good idea of it. Um, for those who aren't, it's basically like the series is basically just from a 4chan post where it was like, um, you fall through the floor in reality and you land in and it's like, oh shoot, it's like generic yellow, boring ass wallpaper with moldy like damp carpet and drop tile ceiling. And then it's like the last line of it. I can't quote it, word for word, but it was like the last line is you can know something is following you or something along that lines. And that's
Yeah,
the what all of these have spawned from. There's like a lot of games being made off the premise. There's a good YouTube series being made off it by like a Kane Pixel, I think.
Yeah, I
and
think
some
that's
other
the
short
name.
clips.
Kane Pixels. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, Cane Pixels. I haven't been able to watch any of
They
these.
just released a new one a couple days ago, actually, that I haven't seen yet.
Ooh, I'll have to
So
watch it. Give
I'm
myself nightmares.
yeah, I'm not super into most of the horror stuff, but I do like the juicy lore behind these things. But
Yeah,
yeah, basically, Matt, the
God.
general concept is just like it's a almost think of if you have you ever like no clipped out of a map in a game and you see like all the unloaded assets of like empty
Yeah.
hallways, things like that.
Yeah.
That's basically the concept of like if you've ever been in an old mall that has like those really loud like fluorescent lights.
Yeah.
It's kind of that unsettling feeling of just being in a never-ending maze of well back rooms, like almost a loading zone. Um,
Oh, all right.
yeah, it's kind of a weird concept, but
It is
it,
very
it's
interesting.
it's been circulating around recently. I know the Kane Pixels thing had a decent bit to do with it because I know it originally came into being like 2019, 2020 maybe. I can't
Which is very good.
I can't really say when it originally showed up, but it spawned some games, spawned some YouTube series. So it's some cool stuff. But yes, Tony, you had a rant.
Yeah,
Go.
give me a moment. Find myself some milk and cookies.
Uh,
Okay.
Good pause break. And
Yeah.
this is where we would put our sponsor if we had one. Uh,
Honestly,
Also, I went back. I went to check out the new Nintendo Switch Sports,
huh.
and it has tennis, bowling, kendo, or known as jambra. Or I'm not going to try to say it in fear of butchering it. And they're adding soccer, volleyball, and badminton. Which
All
the
right.
soccer and volleyball, I'm very excited for.
Fair enough.
yes,
Yeah,
you
it
are a
in
all.
April 29th, everybody. Free advertisement.
Yeah,
Apparently, we are sponsored by Nintendo, even though we were just kind of making fun of them.
we
Eh,
wish.
Yeah, God, we
yeah,
wish.
yeah.
That would be that would be interesting.
We make fun of it. Then 10 seconds. This
10 seconds
episode
later.
of Late
Anyways,
Night Lounge podcast is sponsored by Nintendo. Please check out the new Wii Sports or sorry Nintendo Sports Switch that's coming out on the 29th of April.
coming to a
Download
store
it.
Yeah.
near you.
All right.
Uh,
Yes.
all
Rant
right,
time
milk and
from
cookies
good
acquired.
old senior, Tony. Basically, my idea with the backrooms is I just love the idea of that our reality isn't real. I'm gonna just fall into a backspace and be forever trapped and alone and afraid, and realizing that we can't escape our inevitable fate of either starving to death down there or being ripped apart by whatever creatures are there. It gives me such a feeling of what's the word? Kind of not unease. Uh,
No, it's
is
definitely
I
uneasy.
guess
Are you kidding me?
no, the best way I can describe it is like faint anticipation, but in the wrong direction.
Hmm.
You know, like because if that actually happens to someone in real life, no one's ever gonna know what happened.
Hmm.
We're just gonna get like video footage one day of some dude being like,
I
and
mean,
just
yeah,
dying.
that's the point that one of the Kane, I think the very first Kane Pixels episode hit on is the dude that went into it had a camera with him, but when he was, I think, eventually died. I think he got attacked by something. It's kind of an SCP type situation.
Oh,
When he
okay.
got attacked by some creature, um, when he fell to the floor and presumably died, his camera was found back in reality. Um, so it's kind of like a found footage type thing. You know those like creepy documentaries where it's like people found a camera or like a recording of something. That's kind of the style it's going in.
Of
So
course, but it does it better than Blair Witch, so don't worry.
was Blair Witch bad? I don't know.
Eh, it was kind of anticlimactic in many parts, but you know how it goes.
Fair
Some
enough.
people judge it because they don't like it. Some others just like me, for instance. I don't really think it was a really that, but I mean, it was good for how they advertised it. And
All right, fair
so
enough.
But yeah, the I just it wouldn't be fun, but I'd probably like enjoy going into the back rooms and being like, yes, I am dying. It'd just
Okay.
be amusing, you know?
Okay. I like personally speaking, I tend to like stay away from stuff like that because my mind is very hyperactive and I have a very vivid imagination. So now, like, that's why I tend to stick away from horror because if I start imagining stuff like that, then it will end like, oh, it'll scare me to the point
Yeah,
of
fair enough. I feel that we don't have to stick on it too long.
Yeah.
yeah.
But
Just one last comment before
mini
we do
rant,
switch
sure.
off the that's actually kind of the exact reason I do get into it, is I like to allow my imagination. The only thing I don't do of horror basically is the movies,
Mm,
because long story short, this dude watched them way too early in his age and got him ruined for him.
what do you mean?
So what do you
I
mean by
watched them when I was like 5,
Well,
like
but like,
Freddy
what do you mean
Krueger,
ruined by them?
Jason.
Like scarred almost?
In a sense, I guess, but I don't think in that way. I think more like I was like old slasher fix, and they weren't really my jam. Like if it's
Oh,
a good
okay.
suspense horror movie, that's where it gets you going,
I
right?
see. I see.
you're a bigger fan of
Like
suspense horror than like slasher horror?
yeah, slasher horror is generic. It's been overdone way too many times.
Oversaturated?
Yeah,
Yeah,
oversaturate.
fair
The
enough.
market's been oversaturated. But with like suspense horror, there's not enough. And most of the suspense horror you find nowadays is actually on YouTube with the found footage flicks or like some of the good indie games and stuff like that. That all has
Mm,
really good suspense for their horror tales. For instance, I love watching Crypt TV because a lot of the videos just build the suspense the entire time and then destroy it.
mhm.
Destroy your expectations. It's great.
I actually kind of love this conversation for a completely different reason, just because it does show off how different of like avenues we have. You know, all the different kind of things we're into. Because
Yeah.
Mm.
me and Matt are on the opposite end, more not as interested in the horror type stuff, but the fact that we have someone that is, I feel like, makes it a lot more interesting
Good.
because we have more stuff to talk about.
Yeah.
Um,
Oh yeah. I mean,
so,
you know,
but
with what I run for you, how I like horror,
yeah, I
Lucas.
know we
But
met. I know I mentioned D&D earlier. You run Call of Cthulhu now. 2 games, I think.
only one actually.
Just one right now. Okay, okay.
But that one's fun because I Call of Cthulhu is of course horror themed, and let's just say Lucas's character may not enjoy his.
I'm very much traumatized. It's a good time.
I also get yeah, it's funny. I also get to thinking about the SCPs. That stuff we could talk about for hours.
All
Everyone
right.
knows that.
Well. Let's not hang on the horror too long. I want Matt to be able to sleep tonight.
Yeah.
And myself to that extent. But yeah, I don't know. So I mean, that kind of covers a basic gist of what we're about. I feel.
Yeah.
hmm I just want to talk about a few things before we go. That's up to you guys. But I did my
Well,
tangent.
any other pressing topics that you guys have got on your mind?
I could say 2 words and absolutely destroy this entire recording, my good sir.
So I kind of want this to work out instead of worrying that you're gonna say
What?
one line and ruin
What
the
you don't want
entire
to
thing.
you don't want to get demonetized on episode number 1?
But basically, episode number 0 of this
Yeah,
podcast.
basically.
Yeah,
I see the copyright strike,
Oh no,
demonetization.
Like we're actually going to be monetized at all? Are you kidding?
You never know. You never know. We
if we
could be
get up
extremely
high,
lucky.
I don't know. We'll see. But that's
we
a
wish.
topic for the future. At least that's something we can always hope for. You know.
Yeah.
Reach for the skies, land amongst the pies. I don't know. I forgot the saying, honestly.
I
The
think I'm pretty sure
pie.
this. I'm pretty sure this saying is shoot. Like shoot for the like.
Shoot for the stars, land on the moon.
Yeah, like shoot for the stars. Yeah, that's something. I think
I think
that's the
that's
quote.
That's it.
we're butchering it so hard. Don't worry.
Oh, absolutely.
But
What do you
yeah,
expect from
That's
like
what we're
so?
here for, dude.
What do you expect from teenagers?
Hey, man.
let's not box ourselves that hard, my good sir.
Oh, come on. We already talked about the fact that we're all in school. Just we didn't say what school. Ooh.
Yeah.
True. Here we go. I'm currently in Nebraska.
Yeah, we could just throw people off. Yeah, I'm let's see. Where do you want to live, Matt? Where do you want to be?
I want to say I'm currently in the UK playing for a soccer team up there. Shut up, Tony. Be quiet. You know me.
All right, fair enough.
What about you, Lucas?
I don't know, man. I'll say I'm up in let's go to what do you guys think? Choose Oregon or Washington for me.
I'll say Washington.
Atlanta.
Washington? All right. Atlanta? What in the what would I be doing down there, Tony? Cue me in. What would I be doing in Atlanta?
Inform us.
You're white and unsuspicious. Coke.
Damn, low blows. That only hurts a little.
Tony's actually throwing us under the bus, Lucas.
It's okay. Only hurts a little. Sure.
Yeah.
All right. I'm in Atlanta being unsuspicious, apparently. Definitely not cooking up drugs or something. I don't know.
Walter White.
Anyways, we've talked too long and too short at the same time.
All right. I mean, I feel like for a quote unquote not a session 0, but a recording 0. I feel like that kind of sums up what we're about.
Yeah.
And of course, we do have to post it, or else, for shame on us.
Of course. I mean, for anyone who has stumbled across this little recording, especially if you've made it all the way to the end and are actually hearing this, thank you for checking us out. We're going to try to do some more content in the future, give you guys random rants, hot topics, and whatever the hell else comes to mind. So, hope you guys have enjoyed listening to us try and figure this thing out, and we'll have some more for you guys hopefully in the future.
Exactly.
Yup.
All right, boys.
Let's say
everyone
say
goodbye to the wonderful, wonderful people.
Yeah. Thank you guys for listening. Bye.
Goodbye.